He is the strongest assassin on Earth. His gun does not contain real bullets, but rather broken glass, because he is an accident maker. As the name suggests, he causes his targets to die accidentally. The man aimed his scope at the oncoming car and shot out the tire with one bullet. The car lost control and hit a nearby target. In this way, he perfectly completed his mission. Even if the police arrived, they would only think it was an accident. Afterwards, the informant called, asking him to collect the bounty in person. David had no doubts about this. He just wanted to get the bounty as soon as possible. Then David arrived at the agreed location, but was attacked by an assassin. David dodged all the bullets with agility. The man tried to escape on a motorcycle, but David would never let him go easily. He jumped into the air and knocked the man down. At this point, the assassin still wanted to fight back, but he was no match for David. To avoid trouble, David had to make the scene look like an accident, in hopes of escaping punishment. Late at night, David received terrible news. His ex-girlfriend had died in an accident at home. On the day of the funeral, David quietly went to the cemetery. After everyone had left, he walked toward his ex-girlfriend's tombstone. Suddenly, his ex-girlfriend's best friend appeared. She told David a secret. The woman was pregnant with his child before she died. This pierced David's heart. He was determined to find out the truth. The news reported that the case was an accident caused by two thieves. David believed the matter wasn't that simple. He didn't believe it was an accident at all. David went to the crime scene and observed everything in the room. Through simulating the scene, he discovered that after the robbers killed his ex-girlfriend, they only took some loose change and left. This made no sense at all. He pulled out his ex-girlfriend's autopsy report and found that her blood contained a large amount of barbiturate, often employed during interrogations to extract confessions. Now he was certain that his ex-girlfriend's death was the work of a professional hitman. His two colleagues frequently used this method. Soon, David found the two men and threw the evidence on the ground. Facing David's accusations, the two men remained calm, claiming it was their mission. David finally couldn't hold back and attacked them. The three immediately engaged in a fierce battle. The two were no match for David. At this point, they began to apologize, saying the mission was assigned by their boss, and they didn't know the target was David's ex-girlfriend.